Government in March 2019 imposed a ban on all public gatherings as part of measures to curb the spread of COVID-19, which greatly affected church activities. Most Christians were unable to freely commemorate the death and birth of Jesus Christ in various churches during that period. 2 years on, following a decline in the country's COVID-19 case count, government has eased restrictions, which include the lifting of ban placed on public gatherings. The move has enabled Christians in the capital to gather in churches in their numbers to mark the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Here are some church leaders speaking to Citi News.
God, by His grace, through the leadership of the country, COVID have eased, and we are free, we are liberated, and we are worshiping as expected. The attendance is encouraging, highly encouraging. We are so grateful. We were blocked by COVID. We were seized from functioning as expected. So this year we are very happy. There's healing in the land, and that we are free to worship. This is a time of love. Christ came to shed His blood, the blood that speaks better things than that of Abel. He came to shed that blood for us. So we must show love one to another. I want to pray Ghanaians will show love one to another. Let us avoid this habit of politics having a toll on us, so much so that our love for our neighbor, we are not being able. Let's love one another. Let's see to love more than politics.
The change is said that it's been a long time that the believers came together like this to worship. So you see the excitement and the joy and the readiness to really receive something from God. Even though we are not really out of it, we do our very best to maintain the protocols. You can see the Verona bucket there. Some choose to put on the nose mask, others not. But we have sanitized it also in the premises in the church, so that people can sanitize. The real thing is that we need to obey every good instruction for our protection and for protection of our brothers and sisters. But the topmost of it is that God is our protector. The death and resurrection of Christ brings us hope. And every Christian, every believer in Ghana, and every Ghanaian, it doesn't matter where you come from, must have hope. We don't have to think of the negativities that is going around. We have to have hope and have the expectation that it does not matter what is happening, this our nation will get better.
Nothing is permanent. COVID came, but COVID did not come to stay. There have been many pandemics. If you check the records over the past over 300 years, from 1720, there have always been plagues, major plagues, but each of them came and passed. COVID also came. It was supposed to be COVID-19, mind you. It showed up effectively in 2020. It didn't go 2020, 2021 it was still here. Even 2022 we still have traces of it. But by the grace of God, the world has come this far, and COVID is not yet a thing of the past. It's drifting. If you look at what is happening in Shanghai now, it's locked down. 25 million people still locked down. So we are still praying for the full eradication of COVID. But we thank God that He heard our prayer, and He has given the world a solution that now we can make things happen in a different way than we did 2 years ago.
Some elated celebrants of Easter also spoke to Citi News.
I think it's a very good thing, because formerly, like you were saying, we couldn't come out because of the COVID and all. So now, and there's something unique and different about coming together physically instead of celebrating just virtually. So it's actually very exciting for some of us, because we didn't have that fellowship, physical fellowship like before. So it's actually a very nice and good experience. We're able to meet people, hug, and just celebrate, love each other, just like Christ loved us.
2 years ago, it's true, COVID came. As a result, we were unable to go out, let alone to celebrate it. But now, by God's grace, we are free. He has delivered us from COVID. And God showed us mercy, even in Africa, Ghana in particular. COVID, should I say, it didn't even come to Ghana. We are free. He saved us. He delivered us from it. Now we are free. We have to celebrate it even the more, to show Him to appreciate God, what He did for us during that time and now. And this is the time today. In fact, I'm so happy, because last 2 years, like you said, we were never able to meet, but here we are today. giving thanks and praises, remembering what God has done for us. Not only the cross, but what He did for us during the COVID and now and forever.
For the fact that we can meet with friends, colleagues, and even hug them for now, shake their hands, that we can be together, worship God together. I think it's a very good thing that we can come together. Last year, 2 years ago, we had to do it indoors. But if you can come together, the Bible talks about us fellowshipping together as believers. So you can come together and fellowship. It's a very good thing that we can come together and do.
Because of the COVID, we were indoor, we couldn't come out to fellowship with one another. It's a very difficult thing for us, for me personally. But now that we are able to come out, we are very happy to come together and then celebrate the Easter. So I'm very, very happy.
My name is Philip Milate, reporting for Citi News.